Hello everybody. It's been quite a while since I've updated anything. By the way, that pink stuff behind me, not mine. It belongs to my friend whose room I'm temporarily staying in right now. Um, I'm not much of a talker in general. Writing on the other hand feels a lot more comfortable and competent for me to do. So I've been thinking a lot about how I could present my ideas in a writing-based form on video. Possibly adding some music, but I haven't really had the time or the inspiration to really explore that. I did get a video request from somebody who said that they were masculine looking and aspires to have a more androgynous look, and was asking if I had any tips as to how to achieve that. The message was actually sent to me a while ago, but a lot has been going on in my life and I just haven't had the physical or mental space to conjure up a response. So I'm really sorry for the delay, but I'm going to get to it now. Actually, just before I do that, I thought I'd update a little bit about myself. I finally have a trans positive doctor. Saw them for the first time a couple of days ago. We talked briefly about possibly starting hormones. That will be in a year once I reach the age of majority. So I still have a year to really think it through, and it's a challenging one. But there's a possibility that I might go on them, and if I do, then I will be joining the rest of the FTM transition vloggers for a bit, I guess. But like I said, I still have time to think about it, so just gonna give a heads up right now. It's a possibility. Um, anyway, onto the video request. I'll have to start by saying that since my physical traits, especially my face, which is terrible, are very feminine, pretty much all of my experience has been with masculinization techniques. I've never aimed explicitly for androgyny, although there are people, female assigned at birth, as well as male assigned at birth, who do this and can be very successful. That unfortunately isn't the case with me. If I don't attempt to present as markedly masculine, I will come off as very feminine. So I might not have enough to share from personal experience, but I'll try my best to infer from what I have observed in others. What I think is the key, the most important aspect to gender presentation, period, seems to be hairline. And I think that up to or just above shoulder length, in my opinion, is often more effective than long hair past the shoulder. I recently encountered a male assigned at birth person with a very feminine hairstyle up to shoulder length, but that did not make them appear female. Given all the other aspects of their appearance, it certainly did, however, give them a strong androgynous or de-masculinized feel. For me personally, I really have noticed the way that people speak, not so much the the voice pitch, high pitch or low pitch, as much as one's mannerism of speech. And for me, that often seems to reflect on the speaker's inner composition of yin and yang energy. So I'm not sure if other people see it this way, but it's how I see it. In traditionally male voices in particular, if one speaks slowly, clearly, and gently, despite having a lower pitch, it will still reflect in my mind as an androgynous, spirited speaker. The obvious, keeping facial hair out of the way, with summer clothing possibly thinning out some of that body hair if you plan to wear t-shirts and shorts. Clothing-wise, it seems that androgynous wear is menswear, because all women's clothing, literally all of it, are designed in some way to emphasize traditional female curves. I actually know of a clothing store that has a sign labeled women on one end and men slash unisex on the other. Really sad, but really true. Um, Wearing a scarf or some other kind of neck accessory, I find also helps to de-masculinize a little. I can't quite explain why, but it's what I've observed. Also wearing light and gentle colors, like the sky blue I have on right here, seems also to help a little. On the Neutroni's website, which most folks who find this video probably know about. If you don't, just do a Google search. The standard of androgynous presentation is described as soft butch. Again, if you're unfamiliar with what that entails, Google and Google Images will describe it much better than I can. Again, I've seen people pull this off very successfully. That is, male assigned at birth people, as well as female assigned at birth people. But I've also seen many others unable to actually appear gender ambiguous while working with the exact same style. So they might end up looking unquestionably like a girl in guy's clothes or a guy with long hair. And I think this really comes down to the physical attributes that cannot be altered. Face shape most of all, and height and overall physical build is a part of it as well. So I think it's somewhat different for every person. Some folks that seek to de-masculinize themselves have had to adopt more feminine things to arrive at a point of perfect androgyny that may or may not involve things like women's clothing, accessories that are traditionally considered feminine, some form of light makeup. I don't know. It's different for every person. Some find it as easy as just growing out their hair a little, and some others are physically just unable to reach that point, period. They might be very tall, have a very masculine build, and it seems like the older one is, the more difficult it is to be fluid with one's gender presentation, unfortunately. So something to keep in mind. That's all I can think of at the moment, and hopefully something in there can be of use to somebody. It seems like that no matter how many times I try this, my voice always comes out as very quiet. I've cranked up my microphone level to 80%. I hope that helps a little bit. It's not too irritating. I'm not sure actually if anybody has suggestions as to how to fix that, how to make my voice louder, make my voice come out louder besides me literally shouting. That would be great. Feel free to comment, suggest, complain, whatever. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see everybody again soon.